Taking a ride 405 through the west side. We're party to party, it's late, but we're wide awake. The bass in my body, I'm sinking, it's so wild. The time is so real, now I'm floating in outer space. Rolling up, we bringing the light. It might just render you blind. We're working hard every day. Don't need your help, I can pay. You're stressing, that's not allowed. There's nothing holding us down. You see my hips and they sway. Now see me walking away to the dance floor. Oh, it's a sauna here if you wanna. Standing in the light. It's 2 a.m. and we made it. Everybody faded. Now I'm floating away, far away. You know it feels right. You try to stall and delay, but I wanna play. We're hiding away in the back.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody. Hi, I'm Mark,
And I'm Michael.
and welcome to Luxurious Lounge.
Mark,
How
do
you
the
guys
in- Mark, do the intro. Do the intro.
Yes. Hi, guys. Yeah, we guys love that intro. You know, we're still feeling it. It's funny in the background. We can still hear it while it's playing, so it makes us like it brings us life. So, so how
Yeah.
you been, Michael?
I'm really good. So before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. Sharing is the
Yeah.
easiest way to energetically give back to us. So, and we definitely want our message to get out to everybody and to check out our channel.
Yes, and we have so many different platforms. So not just this one, but also make sure you follow us on SoundCloud as well, our music. And also, if you're out in Vancouver, or sorry, if you're out in British Columbia, come say hello. We'll be at Shambhala this year. So and also at in Edmonton, we'll be at the Womp. So come say hello.
And Vibes Town. Vibes, which is this
And
weekend is Vibes. Yeah, so if you notice, this episode is called Luxury Season because we've been so busy. Like we have some shows coming up. We did actually we just did we're doing really well actually. We did a Canada Day show. I'm gonna show a little clip of the Canada Day show. Look at me, I'm learning how to do stuff. Let's see, I'm just gonna share my screen really quickly here. Let's see. How do I share the screen? Oh, you got it? Sweet. Yes, and let's play it. Let's play it.
Yeah.
Let's go. There we go.
Great.
Yay.
I'm so good. Hey, good job.
Yes.
So how it typically works is if we're not together, Mikey and Brent will play, but if we are together, we all play as a collective. So I wasn't able to make it to that one, unfortunately. However, I'll be at the big one, the big ones. So
Yeah, so actually I want to say that one was at station. That was the old NKT's. It was upstairs. Really nice. If you haven't been there, please check it out. They were wonderful food. Food's delicious. They have like a cafeteria kind of setting it. Like I got what do you call it? Like an indoor fancy cafeteria area where you can go buy nice food and stuff, and they have like their in-house drinks and stuff. So it was very good time. It was very busy, very crowded. Yeah, special thanks to the sweat boys, the boys at Sweat. They helped get us booked for that show. Hopefully we'll do some more shows there. So you guys check it out. It's a very amazing, beautiful venue. You see the all white avenue from there, so it's really nice. Yeah. So bro, how are you doing?
I'm good. So as you guys know, this weekend was around the 4th of July, Friday. So everyone's kind of not really in the bestest of moods, and we'll get into that with our topics. But it was good to actually be around friends and family, and we kind of all collectively feel on the same page. So that made everyone feel really good and comforted. So it was a great time. I went to my friend, shout out to Chris, my friend Chris's house in Concord. Me and my friends, we all went, hung out, and it was just nice having a barbecue, talking to people, and just remembering the importance of connection for holidays. It's really good.
Pretty cool. Yeah, no, it's been a minute. Like we tried not to go too long with our show, but we're gonna make an effort to. I know this is a big season for us, so we'll be back going back and forth. We'll try to do as many shows as we can, as consistently as we can. So some might be a little bit harder because we all have different schedules. Even our editor, he's pretty busy too. So we will make sure we give you guys the best quality content as much as we can. Yeah. Did you want to go over start going over the news and stuff? Or
I would
topic?
love this. Yeah, I would love to. So I guess the first thing we can go over is what I was telling you about the 4th of July and why it was such a damper is the big bill, the big beautiful bill that was passed this weekend, where basically the House and Senate, which is if you're not fully familiar with politics, is fully Republican. So all the bills that they want to go through, pretty much this bill has passed through. We're pretty much going to affect people who are on SNAP benefits, who are on welfare, who actually this is anyone going through that, needing like even military people are on leave. Affects them. It affects local hospitals, where if you need to go to the hospital and you're in a local neighborhood, those hospitals may shut down. So it affects doctors and nurses. It also affects wages, and ICE has been given more money to basically to take more and affect the immigrants more. So this is where we kind of feel kind of disconnected. We want to make sure, we always want to. I think part of it is the lack of education. But I want to ask my brother before I go into too much detail. Mike, what do you think about this bill that's passed and everything that's going on?
So I'm glad you mentioned it. I was going to do a big thing on it. So you guys don't know, my background in education is political science and history. I have 2 degrees in both of them. So we're going to talk about the big beautiful bill. So yeah, this bill, the reason why it's so devastating for most people is because not only does it offer tax breaks to businesses and stuff, it's almost like there's so many problems with it in terms of one, it's going to focus on putting money towards the U.S. border. Yes, and also it's going to put money towards the U.S. border. So one money's going to go into that, into ICE. So it's billions of dollars going into that. Beyond that, there's tax breaks. There's so basically, and for hospitals, people who normally would pay a lower copay, you're going to pay a higher copay to get to see a doctor now. So it affects that. It also affects SNAPs, like the food and for educational source. Kids go to school and they get food for and all that stuff like that. So it's going to affect that. It's also going to affect just a lot of things. Like it's going to add about $3.3 trillion to deficit of the United States deficit. So that's why they're saying it's, and not only that, but it's defunding Planned Parenthood, which is did I miss anything else? Yeah.
No, I think you got pretty much. I mean, and basically
ripping food assistance away from children, foster care, veterans, and the homeless. So yeah, it's a really, really like devastating bill. If you don't understand politics that well, I urge you to educate yourself. But I think most people will say on the other side of the aisle would say, which I can understand. I can understand this. I'll say I can understand this. Think about this: people who are on welfare, who stay on welfare for a long time and don't who basically just use the system to just sit on welfare. This actually will stop people like that from staying on for too long, because there's a problem with people who don't want to get jobs, who basically have babies for a check, and then for that reason, that it does try to eliminate that. But the major issue is it mostly affects people who are underprivileged, who don't have money. So it means, like, if you're going to build a bill like that, it should be way more balanced, and it should also affect, why is it that the people at the top are getting benefits and tax cuts, if you are at the bottom are actually having to pay more. So that's what the problem is. It's not a problem with restructuring the system. It's the fact that the way you're getting your money is from people who are actually working the hardest, and that's the problem. People who have money, who have privilege. If you have $30 million, what is $1 million to $50 million? What's $1 million to you? Right. To me, it's like you could put that back in the system. Whereas instead of taking it from them, you're taking it from people who actually like a hard say a single mother, a single father who has one kid, working hard all their life, trying to make it, and they may need medical assistance. You're hurting those people and not people who are okay. So I feel like there's there's not a real balance. It's just like we're only taking from the poor, only taking people who already are off, who are not privileged at all already, and that's why I find there's a big problem. What do you think?
And not just that too. The other thing I think it misses too is that it's not. I think they think that most people believe that it's going to be the immigrants and people who are black. I'm gonna be upfront. If that are affected, it's not going to be mostly them. It's the thing about the population of America where it's largely majority Caucasian, so it's going to affect them more than anybody else.
People, yeah,
It's so every low poverty, people are low poverty. So it's like I think what we're seeing is that these people are trying to like. It's almost like you're you're cutting your nose to spite your face. Like you're trying to like you're thinking you're affecting somebody else, but it's actually all in turn hitting you directly. And it's like it sucks because we want everyone. I mean, as people, we want everyone to thrive and flourish. And it's funny. I was talking to my friends this weekend. We're like, why does everything have to be like in this like vilified, like evil Disney villain kind of maniacal feel? Like, why can't it just be like we all take care of each other and help each other? Why it's got to be someone has to be put to the bottom and it has to be everybody's dancing and happy and it's like a somber evil kind of. We want people to enjoy and live their life to the fullest and be able to actually have all rights everyone else has. I don't see why that's such a big problem. But
yeah. But again, like I said, to me, it's like I don't have for me, and make sure everyone understands, I'm not like. I feel like the Democrats need work. I feel like the Republicans need way more work. But I feel like I'm not saying evil, good, whatever the issue is. To me, it's like if you're gonna do something, it needs to be balanced. Don't do it where it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna make sure the people who are rich stay richer and everyone else stays poor. It's almost like you're gonna eliminate the middle class completely. I feel like we need to see more balance. If you're gonna take from the people who are out, you better take it from the top too. Take from the top. This is the exact same. That's how I. But I mean, like you guys can go in the comments. And find the comments, I think. But
if I have a comment, we would love to hear your opinion on this. No, honestly, I think it's really important, and also I think so that everyone's not stressed out. It's good just to get it out and talk to people. So, if you ever want to talk to someone and message, I think it's good, even if not us. If you talk to anybody, or if you just talk to somebody, don't let it stress you.
Yes. Let's see. Can you do a couple more? I have one more political thing.
So could I be like the devil's advocate here?
Okay, Lee, go ahead. Our editor in chief.
Okay, I'll add my 2 cents into this.
Okay.
I mean, I understand that all the cuts on medical part of it, and they're making the SNAP benefits harder to get into. Where we live is currently in Edmonton, Alberta, is kind of it's growing very, very fast. Like we put, I think it's over 500,000 people in the last couple of years alone into Edmonton. So we went from, I think it was like 1.2 million in 2020 to almost 2 million here now, right? So we've got this massive amount of people coming in, and a lot of them are on benefits.
Yeah.
A lot of them are using these benefits, and I got to tell you, a lot of them don't qualify for them, but they're still being given to them.
Yeah.
Right. So, and it's the same with SNAP. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand what you guys are saying with all of that. And yes, he's absolutely creating a class war to destroy the middle class.
Yeah.
But he's also trying to do it to bankrupt the United States.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
now,
3.3 trillion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at, there is some things in there, like the child tax credit. Do you guys realize what he did with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was only $200. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Could you imagine having a kid and telling him that you're only going to get $200 back for the year?
For the year.
Right. So he raised that by 10%. That's up by $2,200 now.
But I say
people that have them, right?
To comment on what you're saying, Lee, I just feel like I feel like there's honestly, the system's broken. We all know the system's broken, and there's people who've been on welfare for years who don't come off it because they know they're gonna get a check, or because they don't have to. This will make people have to actually work, I think, 80 hours a week for their checks, which that needs to happen. That needs to happen across the board. The problem I have, that's the problem I have at all. From my head is the fact you're only taking from the people who are like the veterans, people who served wars, who actually have like did
and
things
they're the ones that actually also use the benefits as well, and they're the ones that actually have gone out and served the country.
Yeah, or
Yeah, there is definitely damage here.
Why should they suffer? Because why should they suffer? Because foster care.
Yeah, but I mean, they are going after large companies too, which really sucks because they're going after the energy companies, the not just like energy companies, but green energy. So all the rebates they had on green energy,
they cut the rebates for green energy too.
Yeah, and that's why you got people like Elon Musk who are, who used to be rah with him, is now all mad because he called what did he call this? He called this a disgusting abomination of a bill. Right.
Yeah. And I just add too, also, they're cutting all the clean air, all the things that Biden worked on, clean air and efficient fuel, that's all being scrapped. So it's like, even like, if you think about it, even in our lifetime, like they said, we'll be okay because our lifetime, but think about the next generation. They have to deal with the air and water, clean water, so all that stuff. It's going to be affected. So it's really important. So again, I think it's more important to think about, yes, we understand people need to not be taking advantage of things. However, you got to do, if you're going to take from the people who are the lower class, take from everybody. Do it from everybody. So do it for some one group of people.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of audio issue. We're going to take a little bit of a break for a minute. So I'll let Mark kind of we'll come back. Okay. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi, everyone. We're back.
It's good. Hey. I think that's such a heavy topic. I'm glad we got to take a little break there. It's good. Yes, again, you guys welcome to comment, put comments down, and we'll make sure we respond to them. We might get to them immediately live, but we'll make sure we respond to you eventually. I promise you that. I want to talk about one more thing because it's kind of my next one. This is my last political thing I have. So did you hear this, Mark? So this is for you and Lee, our editor, who's in this man in the sky. Okay. Elon Musk says he's launching a new political party weeks after dramatic falling out with U.S. President Donald Trump. We announced that the social media platform X that he had set up an American party, billing it as a challenge to Republicans and a two-party system. So my question to you is what do you think the name's going to be? And what do you think is it'll like? What do you think, Mark, about this?
You mean what will be for the new system?
The new political party.
I don't know. Like it could be probably what I wouldn't say too political. I don't even know. Like I was a libertarians, but
I say this course called X, the X rational, and called X rated. X rated, a part of that. Okay, don't do X rated.
Unitarians, and I don't know. I made one. I made
Sanjunitarians. Funny. You know that's a place on Black Mirror. That's hilarious. Lee, what do you think about this? Lee, are you there? What do you think about this?
Yeah. Okay. So he's actually going to call it the American Party.
Oh.
He released that on Twitter like a few days ago, but he wants to call it the America Party, not American. Sorry. But to be honest, I was surprised he didn't just like. Do you guys remember what he named his third child or whatever it is with Grimes?
Yeah, number AW1X to one dash.
I felt like his political party would be the same kind of thing, right? But he actually just went with America Party, which is kind of lame because that's like, calling your orange cat orangey or something like that.
And the funny thing is, he's not a natural born citizen, so he can't really do that. But it's hilarious.
Calls it the South Africa Party.
I know.
the real Africans, the real African party.
They'll be asking, what are you? What are you? I'm African. You're Republican. You're African.
Man.
Now you're like African. Now be mad at each other. Be mad at each other.
Exactly. Now you're all black.
No. Not true.
Okay,
All right, bro.
I got a story for you. So I don't know if you heard this or not, but so I know you heard this is a huge like kerfuffle of everyone who goes on Carnival cruises. Michael, have you ever been on a cruise before? On a cruise?
No. But I'm sure you've been on other types of cruises, haven't you, Mark?
We won't talk about that. No, I'm kidding. No. So no, but actually, so in this particular issue, so basically, people who actually are frequent people who go on to the Carnival cruises, things are going to change. They've set up new rules, and that people are upset because it's like it's targeting certain people. What it's saying is that basically, some of the rules are. I'll let you figure this out, Michael. So some of the rules are for the team curfew: guests under 18 must follow a 1 a.m. curfew in public areas unless with an adult who's 21 years old. Age policy: solo cruisers must be 21 years old or sail with someone 25. Teens 18 or 20 must be booked with a guardian. There are no longer, you can't have
boots on the ground.
You can't fan or play boots on the ground. So you can't flick your fan. You can't play boots on the ground, which is a very popular dance that's coming out recently. Pool chair rule is they leave your chair. You can't leave your chair alone for more than 40 minutes while your stuff unattended. If not, they'll take your stuff from you. Behavior consequences: they said disrupt. If you disrupt or act crazy, get into a fight and like that, whatever port they're in, they'll leave you where you're at, basically. And also boarding requirements: you have to check in before midnight, and your boarding luggage pack has some tags and things on it. And also, you can't have speakers. You can't play speakers. And also, they've gotten rid of you can't have speakers. And also, they also have gotten rid of rap music. So
that's why you have to be 21 plus to go on the cruise. That's all.
So Mike, who do you think? What demographic? Number one, what demographic do you think feels like? And the second thing, what do you think about these rules?
Well, there's Bluetooth speaker bans. There's the marijuana ban. There's so many things. I think yeah, obviously it's targeting people of melanation, obviously. Yeah, then obviously because who dances to boots on
boots on the ground,
right? So I think yes, that's definitely targeting towards us. Yeah, I think it's kind of maybe we need our own cruise line. Who knows? Maybe we need our own cruise line.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe it's time for stuff and create. I feel like you're gonna see a lot of that in general because I don't know. I feel like companies were so lax in general. They're gonna start targeting and they're gonna target on groups they feel like shouldn't be on the cruises because like why y'all having a good time? Why are you not at work? That's what they're thinking. So I'm joking, but like I feel like I just feel like. It's blatant racism. I'm not sure how they'll deal with it, but I'm sure the NAACP will get on top of it. I'm sure that sort of will.
So this is my take on it. So my take on it is this: like I think it's number one. I think I kind of agree with him saying that you should have an adult company if you're 18 or younger. Like you should definitely have adults. And also, why is your child walking around the cruise line at 1 a.m? Yeah, you should. I think they should pull it a bit back a bit further. But also, I like because people were talking about it earlier online. They're saying like, why you bring your kids to this cruise anyway? Like if you're on a vacation, people don't want to bring their. But I get it. Sometimes you don't have a babysitter. You want to have fun. But it's like if it's a again, I get it. You want a family there. But then again, it's like you kind of want to enjoy yourself at nighttime and have fun. And I think also it's gotta be awkward, being in your swim trunks and stuff around kids. It's kind of weird. I mean, I get it if you're just having a good time with family and stuff, but then also if people want to turn up, you can't really turn up with kids around. So I think also if you think about it, I feel like Carnival is not the cruise to really go on to do that anyway. It should be. That's one thing. The other thing is this too. Like when it comes to yes, I feel like Black people are being targeted when it comes to rap music. I'm gonna be blunt. Of course, you don't have a certain genre of music, but then I do understand the other side of that where you don't want to have people be rowdy and cause commotion. But I also feel like too that you have to understand too that it's like not just Black people, it's all other people are going to be on with you, and you have to be more conscious of everyone else being on. If everyone's more aware of what's happening, you have to be. For example, why would you leave your stuff on a chair more than 40 minutes by itself.
Yeah.
To me, that makes no sense. Like if you have your wallet, purse, whatever, why would you leave it that long?
But also think they're running a real slippery slope because think of this though. Aren't they on the Netflix special that poop cruise? Is
Yeah,
that Carnival?
have you seen it?
Should y'all be, yeah, you should be really, you should be thankful for all the little things.
I know. Honestly, I saw the preview of it. It's like hilarious. Like this at first it was all great. Then all of a sudden, like they said, they found that you flush the toilets. So they said, okay, we can just pee in the shower. Then the water back to overflow, and they poop in bags, and they poop in bags, and then they kind of put it in biohazard bags. Then they said the whole thing caught fire. Like I mean,
hot bag of
yeah.
So I'm saying they should be thankful for So hopefully, maybe they need a target ban. They need to be banned, and then they'll come back to their senses, or maybe they need to go under completely, and a new company will emerge or something. I think.
Yeah, I agree. But I think honestly that for me that wouldn't be a cruise I want to go on anyway. To be honest, like I like to me like it's too generic, and also for me I prefer. I think it's not just a gay man thing because of course I love gay men are amazing, but I mean I would rather go to an adult based cruise where you can always relax and not have to worry about kids running around, and also you think about the safety of kids, safety of them. Like you think about 1 a.m, like your kids do whatever they want to 1 a.m, and then and then also as an adult, I'm sure that you're thinking it's vacation. You want to just have a break for yourself. You let your kids go wherever, but you shouldn't do that. That's not a good thing to do. So Lee, what do you think about this? What's your take, Lee?
I'm not a big fan of cruises in the first place. I've never really wanted to go on a cruise. My parents have gone on cruises, and every time they've gone, they've always come back sicker than a dog.
Oh no! I guess confined spaces, hey.
Yeah, I've heard there's good things about some cruises, but that was when I was there was one cruise, I can't remember what it was. It was like a Much Music cruise back in the day where it was like you had
that
to be
sounds crazy. Much music.
Yeah, well, it was kind of like that. It wasn't Much Music itself, but you had to be under the age of 20 in order to get on this. It was a young person's cruise kind of thing. And then they had like another age group of that only cruise, and then there's like singles only cruises and stuff like that. Those confused me, especially the singles like meetup cruises, like hookup cruises. Because what happens if you're on a cruise now for like a month, like 3 weeks, whatever it is, right? Like the first day you hook up with somebody, and then the next day it's just like things are going to get tough.
Oh hi.
Yeah. Oh, breakfast again. Oh, hey.
Oh, breakfast again. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just like the debauchery cruises.
Like hi.
But yes, this is like
your friend is cute.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad we had fun, but your friend is cute.
No.
No. I was never a big fan of cruises in the first place, just because you're trapped, right? Like even if you can get lost, you can get stuck, and chances are you're going to get sick. Like take a look at what happened during COVID. Like people got stuck on these cruises for months, and it was not a good thing. Like you guys were talking about poop bags this time.
Honestly, I feel like I feel like we can probably survive pretty much anything. But I would be so uncomfortable not being able to poop. I think with these new rules, it really kind of reinforces how controlled cruises are, and more of the reason why I'll never do one. If you're going to restrict the type of music I can play as a DJ on a cruise, could you imagine getting booked for a cruise and then told you're only allowed to play this music though?
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no other genres, no other. I have to go. This is kind of like, I'm just gonna say it, communist China. At that point.
Yeah.
You're in international waters,
like,
but you
still are you playing Sabrina Carpenter? Are you playing Sabrina? That's all you play.
Yeah.
and Lord,
yeah.
Hey, give me all this cruise!
Jump. Imagine how the Disney cruises must go now.
You probably
you can't even play Miley Cyrus
anymore. Oh no, I had a story for you guys too. But I have time to research to see what's true. But I heard this is so. It's a real crazy story. So it was about Disney actually. It was like last week or 2 weeks ago. This man tried to marry a 9-year-old at this 14 or was it? I forgot how old he was. But it was like a grown person trying to marry a kid at Disney World.
Oh my
It
God.
was Disneyland. I don't care which one it was, but so it was somewhere. So I'm going to say allegedly because I'm not sure. I heard about it, but I'm not sure. I researched it yet, so I'm not sure. But yeah, apparently they told everyone that it was it was just a it was just like a skit for a movie or a show or something. But then they start actually asking the people who involved in the actual wedding party. It wasn't. So then they arrested a whole bunch of people because of that.
Oh,
Yes, is it? Yep. So yeah. So yeah. So British man was challenged to just a mock wedding. He lies as a mock wedding. 39-year-old. Yes. A sex offender. Yes, he tried. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy?
I mean, I just
I
don't.
mean, it's a small world after all. It is a small world after all.
I mean, I guess when you wish upon a star, but that's like
Yeah.
insane.
So it's insane, right? Yeah, he paid 12,000 pounds. They told him it was just a joke or whatever. It ended up being like a real thing.
That's
Isn't
disgusting.
that insane? So that raises a lot of questions.
But honestly, if you think, I mean, it makes you think about like what other people like that are lurking in the park, right?
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Because obviously Disneyland, I love this. I've been to Disneyland. I love it. It's an amazing place. It's such a great place. I'm need to shout out to workers. They try to do the best to make sure that you have a great experience. But I think I agree with you. I feel like to me there has to be some sort of accountability for children there. That's
I mean, it's getting pedo abysmal. I mean, like Pepto Bismol. Okay.
Pepto Bismol.
Pedo abysmal. I'm kidding. It's like
Easier on that, guys.
No, but yeah. So, what do you think about this lady? What do you think about this lady? What do you think about this? Lee, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Pepto Bismol. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's a pedo abysmal.
Pedo Abysmal.
Pedo Abysmal.
God.
Abysmal.
I think it's just another. You know how we had, what was it during? It was during Pride Week, and it was just all these guys are trying to get away with these weird things.
Yeah.
There's even. Have you ever watched South Park? There's an episode in South Park that the main one of the big characters, Chef. You guys know who he is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they kill him off in this episode, and because the real actor, passed away.
Yeah.
But in this episode, they kill him off in such a way where he goes and joins and gets brainwashed by what's called the Super Adventure Club. Have you guys ever heard of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Super Adventure Club is a real cult, and it's for men to molest children around the world. Like, it's literally meant for that. And they believe that if they molest children, there's a certain energy they get out of it that fills them up and lets them be immortal and stuff. This shit exists.
I know.
Right? Not only does it exist, but now there's men out there being able to. How do you book a Disney location and convince the Disney people that this is just like a show?
Or do
a show. Yeah.
Well, and then on top of that, as the
they're-
Disney executive, how are you looking at the page and going, "Oh yeah, this seems like an approved pedophilistic 9-year-old wedding that could be a show"? Like, sure.
Well, they're obviously tricked. They're obviously tricked, and I think honestly, like, and it's, I think they
Who was tricked though? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
Mark, let me ask you something. If this came across your desk to be approved, what would you be asking questions about? Would you just be like, "Yeah, sure"?
Come on now. Absolutely not. Especially if they say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do a ceremony." Well, I ask what kind of ceremony it is. I'm like, "Well, no, you can't do that."
I got one word.
Yeah, like, who approved this?
Yo, I got one word. Pedo abysmal.
Pedo Bismol. Pedo abysmal.
It's wrong. It's wrong. That's wrong.
No one wants to go to Disney World get their oil checked.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Anyway, all right. So that was my that was my official story, but I have another one. But you go next.
Sure. You want another one? Go ahead, bro.
Let's see. Okay, all right. I guess my last one is basically. Actually, I'll go after you. I have one more.
No, go.
I have one more left. Do you have one more left?
I'm good. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So at least 78 people dead and dozen missing in Texas flood as more rain looms. So at least 70 people have been confirmed dead in the central Texas, and 41 are missing following the flash flood on Friday. 68 of the fatalities, including 28 children, occurred in Kerr County, where a Riverside Christian girls camp was deluged. 10 girls and a counselor from Camp Mystic are still missing. Officials say the death toll is certain to rise. More storms are expected in the next 24 to 48 hours in the region, which could hamper rescue teams who have already facing venomous snakes, and they sift through mud and debris.
That's insane.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, but I think like again, like, it kind of goes back to the bill that was passed. Like we the reason why we're trying to be environmentally friendly, and because like natural disasters have gotten worse and worse. So it's like imagine things like this getting more frequent because we're not taking care of the environment. It just sucks.
Yeah.
And
just if you give like a shout to families and like our prayers to the all the people who missing their children, missing their friends or family members who they can't find, we will give you guys like some big prayers, big hopes, and our best, our warmest regards to you, all of you. Yeah, it's really sad. That's I can't imagine having a family member or a child missing or lost in a flood. A flood is like this. I mean, have you ever been in a flood? We've been in floods in Virginia, and when you're in that kind of a flood, water is absolutely everywhere, and it's so impossible to get away from it, right? So it's hard. It's really rough. It's really rough.
Yeah. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
But everyone, keep your hopes up. We know things are looking bleak, but I think a lot of times, I think we have to make sure we keep our hopes up and make sure that we can take care of each other. Like I want to say that even at the barbecue I went to, we talked about the political situation, how everyone's upset and angry. We talked about how like all of us, even people military, people who are just civilians, people who work in tech, people who are just work in schools, we all talked about one thing we have in common is that we care for people. We want everyone to take care. We want the world to be a better place. We want to make sure that we take care of each other, and even if our government can't do it, make sure you do the little things yourself to take care of people. It's getting bleak out there, and we don't want your last moment with someone to be a selfish or a horrible experience. I'd say.
Yeah, just tell people you love and tell them you love them, and tell it's really important to tell your loved ones how you feel while they're still here, right? And to keep them close to you and spend time with them. Yeah.
Well, I have something really, really short that I heard. So I've heard, which is kind of crazy. Scientists actually just recently uncovered these prehistoric worms. They actually de-thawed them. You heard this story, Michael. They de-thawed them so they could do some tests and things on them. So like everyone's like kind of like pensive.
Put them back.
What do you think about this story? What do you think about this, Michael?
Put them back because we want any more weird bacteria or weird. We want anything weird to happen. Like the 2025 is already off to a start. Can we not add any extras on?
Can you imagine? Because there's over. I want to say it might have been more than 200 species of whatever they were unthawing.
I mean, don't you just want your 2025 with no pickles, no tomatoes? I just want just plain, no weird, no extra, nothing, no extra,
no extra, no
onions. No. Just plain burger, please. Yeah, at this point. Plain burger.
I like the story where you like no frills.
Exactly. I have a story for you guys. Archaeologists discovered shocking writings inside the Great Pyramids of Giza. Who tells who built them? Because at first they thought the slaves built them, and they thought like people were who like poor did it, but it wasn't. It was actually skilled and paid laborers who actually did it. They found this is actually skilled labor.
So cool.
So what does that? Does that change your paradigm of thinking about Egypt at all, or about the pyramids?
I think Egypt was a very highly advanced technological place. I think also the funny thing too, I recently heard about Egypt was they even like recognized gay marriage. They actually had it's funny, one of the hieroglyphs, they had like two men that were actually hilariously enough. Of course they're homosexual, but they were hairdressers and makeup artists. They were together, and then they had them on. It's like I think they really celebrated people and their differences. I think also, even if you look at the culture of Egypt, how it was ran by native Africans from the southern countries, and it's also run by people from the Middle East as well. It's run by so many different. So it was a kind of a microcosm of really great people, and also how the world, I think, kind of should have modeled itself after. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think it's a great place. I think sometimes it gets slack because of some of the slavery and things being in it. It gets a bad rap for things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that's what I think. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think each of those get a bad rap. I feel like I feel like we have the preconceived notion that they're barbaric or didn't have like the tools or whatever. It's all like hard labor or whatever. I think you hear about how they had so many advances in medicine, advances in technology, way even things we're just doing now that they've had back then. So I think we have to kind of think about we got to do more research first before we make these blanket statements or have blanket feelings about how things are, because 9 times out of 10 is not what we think it is at all. That's what I think.
I totally agree with you.
All right, so that's all I have. Do you have anything else, bro?
That's it for me.
Yeah, so can we go into our media corner?
Sure, let's do that. Make sure you again like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the conversation. We want you to be engaged with us, and we also want to make sure we we want to hear from you. So hit us up.
Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, we're on all those things. Instagram.
Message.
Yes, 2 cups in a string. Whoever takes the contact us.
More
exactly.
Work, whatever.
I don't know. Flare, fireworks.
Yeah.
Wait, I joke. I'll talk to you later off screen about fireworks. But yeah. So back to our media corner. So there's new season just came out this year. Just came out. I don't know if you got to just finish it. And do you know what? Can you guess what it is?
Of course, I guess what it is. Yeah, of course. It was so. I'll tell you, okay. So if you didn't know, Squid Games, the last season finale came out. It was.
I'll be the last season. I think it's
the very last season.
Yeah.
I believe it is. So, but it was such a great season, Mike. So I would say, like, honestly, the production value was really great. I love the new games, and was good. They were great. I think I love how it told the story of not just the people playing the game, but also the workers in the game. And it kind of blended the two. And also, it gave you 3 kinds of different angles. It gave you the people who are participants. It gave you the workers. And it also gave you the detectives and the so it kind of gave you 3 kind of different stories all in one. Mike, what did you think about this? And tell me what was your.
I think
spoiler alert.
No, I'm not getting away. But while we'll say those, I like the perspective of it, because I think we all kind of like focus our point on just being in Korea, and then you realize it's actually way bigger than that, which is really cool. And I hope if they do pick it up again, they'll go to different places. I think that'd be really cool. I think you should hold on. If you love your faves, just don't get too attached to them, because y'all know how last 2 were. It's just like that. So yeah, I love the games. I feel like my question to you, Mark, is if you could survive one of those games, which one do you think you could survive?
Sure. Now this is gonna be a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
We'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 4.
Hey, the game I would definitely survive would be the jump rope game for sure.
Me too. That was easy. That jump rope. I would
I'll double dutch on that. I'll double dutch.
I sure would.
So, Mike, besides that one, which is another one you think you'd be able to survive?
I feel like that was really good. I'll think about the other ones. Probably the door one. You run to the doors.
Oh yeah, the hidden.
Because all you need to be faster than everybody.
That's true.
Or talking about the way you get to the door, or I wouldn't push you, but we get to the door as fast as possible, which I think that would be an issue.
So okay, so who do you think was the MVP character of the series for this?
I think it definitely was I want to say it was the trans character. I think that's
100%.
We'll leave it at that. Yes. Is there any shows you've been watching that you like? Anything new that you've been watching?
So anything new? So let me think. What else I was watching? Oh, I've been watching, of course, RuPaul's Drag Race. I think everyone's watching that, and that's been very interesting. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the new series where Mistress Isabel Brooks is running amok.
Amok in the cast.
She's got the girls to shovel. Like, I think honestly, part of it I kind of low key live, but then the other part is kind of like honestly, like it's being annoying, because it's like honestly, like every week you're trying to antagonize the girls and try to cause them to be throw them off their game. However, it's like, who are you really? Like, are we get that part, but we want to see you. Like, you're so focused on trying to kind of having an agenda to take everyone down. You're forgetting about your talent and your ability, what you're doing.
And also, well, actually, we're talking about this. I think we should end on this conversation. I think it's a good one to have. When it comes to talking about mental health of people on live TV, because like that's come up a lot. So Love Island, like RuPaul's Drag Race, so a lot of times people will do something on TV and people think that's who they truly are, and then they get attacked offline. So if you guys don't know, the show called Love Island, there's actually a woman up there now, but people are actually they're hating on her, like it's like so much because she comes across very domineering, very very strict to her where she's coming, but people are saying she doesn't deserve the backlash, but she's getting because the way the show works is it's run live. Like I think the show's going on now as we speak right now. It's 24 hours going, right? But the thing is, she doesn't have access to media or any of those things, right? So everyone's getting angry and upset and mad until she get all this off the show and all that stuff. So it's all being put online, and like they're like when she's out of this, it can really affect her mental health because she's not there to. So you have this buildup of people who are angry and upset. Like, so my question to you is, how do you reconcile a live show and people living there normal lives and also people being able to judge you and criticize you openly? Like, so how do you deal with that?
It's two. I think about two things. One is that if you're the person who is doing the live show, you have to know that people are going to judge you no matter what you say or do.
But how? You don't know. You don't know because
they're gonna kind of have their own opinions about you no matter what you do. The other side of that is, as a viewer, you need to understand that not everyone is going to be themselves. They're not going to be themselves. They're also not going to always be the happiest and the most friendliest person online. And that might be to get notoriety. It could be to get further in the competition. It could be a couple of reasons why.
Right.
I think as a viewer, you should take it as a grain of salt and be like, you know what? Let's give this person some grace. Like, I don't know this person. I don't know you in real life. So how can I judge you to know you? Like, for example, when I watch RuPaul's Drag Race, for example, I don't judge. I actually, when I watch her show on YouTube, shout out to her. Her show is hilarious. Like, she's funny.
She's funny.
She's really sweet. But you could tell it's a persona. But I think if you didn't know that and you see her perform, you would think that she's just a mean person. So it's like I like honestly, I feel like you need to kind of leave it where it is. The other thing is, like you're saying, Mike, I think it's just understand that these people are human beings and they have emotions, they have feelings, and you also think about their mental health too. They have they deal with things like we deal with them. So, and
also so people out there who are just unhealed, and you need to make sure that you understand that sometimes people are unhealed and you're going to see them who they are, and that's in life in general. You might meet somebody the first time, and you might develop a perspective on who you think they are. But remember, not everybody's healed like some people are. Not people have gone through therapy, have gone through those things. So it's okay for them to learn their life and get through those things and be like that. And you shouldn't be judging anyway. No one should be judging anybody, period, in general. That's just my opinion.
Now, in saying that, if there are people who are like in your life and they're attacking you or they're cheating away, then that's something different. We're not talking about. We're talking people.
Now, you're pretending to be my friend and you're talking about my back. We're not friends. We're not friends.
That's different. We're talking about people. We're talking about people who are in their own lives causing issues and chaos things in their life. That's something they have to work out. So I totally agree.
Because don't get twisted. I'll fold you like origami. We'll fold you like origami real fast. Anyway, I think that's it for our show for today. How you feel, bro?
I really enjoyed this show. It was fun.
Yeah. So we'll be busy. We're on choreography. We're going on music. We're going all the things. We're coming to a city near you. That'll be fun. We're so excited. We're on tour soon. We always call it the Luxuryus tour because we're always busy. That's it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining us. You guys have a pleasant week, a pleasant month, and come see us sometime. Come message us, and we'll be sure to respond back to you.
Thank you for watching. Again, message us even after this. We'll still respond back to you. We appreciate you very much.